America's state and national parks are being threatened by political battles over budget cuts. What gives? Our parks are well loved and receive over 1 billion visits annually. So how can we save them? I'm Holly Fretwell. I teach economics at Montana State University, and my research focus is environmental and natural resource issues. I live in Montana because I love the outdoors. I love to ski and fish and hike and bike, and I can often do it right outside my own door. But I also like to use our public lands. And for years I've researched how we can better protect these resources. And the conclusion that I've reached is one that you might be kind of skeptical of. We can save these public places by putting them under private management. I understand the skepticism. Many people fear that profit is synonymous with greed and overuse. How can a private business be trusted to be a steward of our public lands? But let's get this straight. I don't mean selling them off to the highest bidder. What I mean is to lease them to an entrepreneur under very strict parameters. It works like this. The park remains publicly owned, but the maintenance, campgrounds, trails, and infrastructure are leased for a limited time period to a private management company. The private company is contractually bound to not only be a responsible steward and protect the park's environment, but to meet underlying agency goals, such as keeping admission prices low and accessible to the public. If they break the terms of the lease, they lose the lease. Additionally, the management company pays the government for the lease. That means the park is no longer a political liability that drains public funds. Instead, it's a money generator, helping these parks to stay open. Given the lease restrictions, we don't have to worry about prices skyrocketing or Ferris wheels on golf courses springing up in Yellowstone. The private manager's goal is to make a profit, and they can only do so by responding to visitor desires. What most visitors want when they visit these recreation areas is an unspoiled natural experience at a low price. It's in the interest of the private provider to deliver just that. In this way, privately managed parks have an advantage over those that are government-run. Entrepreneurs have better incentives to reduce costs and invest in infrastructure improvements that will attract more visitors. And they have the ability to be more responsive to local conditions. With fewer bureaucratic and budgetary hurdles to jump, they also have greater flexibility to find more efficient solutions to problems. Private management has already been successfully used in thousands of public recreation areas and campgrounds across America. In fact, nearly half of all Forest Service campgrounds are managed by private entrepreneurs. Most campers don't realize this, because unlike some campgrounds on private lands that are very glitzy, these campgrounds protect the wild and scenic amenities. These examples demonstrate how we can protect our parks and keep them accessible to all, while shielding them from future spending cuts. Instead of being political pawns, our parks can be the jewels they were intended to be, and remain open and protected for generations to come. Interested in more information? Click here.